You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to this Sunday's edition of Good Morning Vail. Now it's National Cake Day. I don't know about you, but I love some cake. So we're going to teach you how to bake and make a cake. As well as we had an interview with Senna Leith and Eyepieces of Vail. So get that cup of coffee, sit right back. Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Lion's Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lion's Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, I love eyepieces of Vail. I love the goggles, love the sunglasses, and I got the chance to speak with Tyler Moore, so let's take a look.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. I am here with the very steezy Mr. Tyler Moore. How are you doing, Tyler?
I'm doing well. What's not to be excited about? Black Friday deals are here today. Thanksgiving was great. I had a lot of turkey. I hope everyone watching had a great, Thanksgiving day too. So, lots of excitement going on today.
Well, I love eyepieces of Vail. I've been a big fan for years. I mean, who doesn't love you guys? And I just learned that there are not 7, but 8 locations because you have a new location.
Correct. Yeah, our newest location over in Roaring Fork Valley. If you find yourself over there, we're next to Whole Foods in Basalt at Willits Center. So it's an amazing build out. We had some local artists even do some art murals on the walls.
Right on.
If you haven't been over there, if you find yourself over there, it's definitely worth a stop.
Awesome. Well, Tyler, I am so stoked to be here. I've said it a million times this morning. I'm like, this is my candy store, literally. I could buy everything. Well, I couldn't afford everything, but I would love to, afford everything in here. And the cool thing about being able to is that it's a Black Friday sale, so people can come in because there are some crazy deals, really good deals going on.
There's some really good deals. I honestly don't remember the last time we had such good deals on Black Friday. So, we have up to 70% off goggles and helmets. We have selection of glasses and sunglasses, 30 to 50% off. And even if you find yourself needing prescription work, we can help out with the Black Friday deal on that. So with purchase of any frame, we can do up to $200 or $250 off your prescription lenses. And that goes for progressive, single vision, sunglasses, really anything we could help you out with, even prescription goggles. I mean, these things make a huge difference out there. If you need prescription, we're happy to help out.
Well, and I love that you said that because I came in here and Tyler is a sweetheart, very kind human. I had never thought about this before, and I don't know why. It's just the goggle game, obviously. It's a big deal to be able to see and feel good about yourself and see where you're going, but the prescription moment is a big deal, and I didn't know that that's something you offered.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, literally almost any frame you see in here, any goggle you see behind us on the counter, we can do your prescription in. And even if you don't need prescription, we're happy to help out with just making you look cool, with making you feel a little confident, get some cool shades, feel good, and have some fun.
Yes.
So.
Well, I love your vibe because right when I walked in, I was like, you know what, man, I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, you need to be able to see on the mountain, number one, most important thing. Number two, I love feeling good and having my own steez. I love rocking the neon. Some people might like deathed out the dark, and that's cool too, but you guys have everything. You have the pop of color, you have the more mellow, and it's all about, I know you're good at when people walk in, kind of getting their style, getting their vibe, and bringing that to life.
Correct. Yeah, we have something for everybody. Literally, that's kind of what we try to specialize here at Eyepieces, and also just offer you one of the widest selections and one of the coolest selections.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys have not been in an Eyepieces store, please drop by. We have brands that you've never even heard of that have been, tailor picked for this selection, and it's really fun shopping experience. It really is a unique experience.
So Tyler, I
welcome you to come in.
That's what I was gonna say, Tyler. So someone walks in, and obviously we're all different. So we'll use my face. I have a longer face with high cheekbones. If I was coming in to look at a pair of goggles, maybe can you run me through like what you would kind of questions or how you would kind of get my vibe for goggles?
Oh, for sure. I mean, obviously we want to look good, but feeling good is the best part. So, if you look behind us, there's 140 different goggles on the wall.
My dream.
Yeah, exactly. There literally is a fit for everybody out here. And, it just kind of comes down to what are you looking to get out of a goggle? Do you want ease of interchangeability? Obviously, contrast out there is a great, a big point. And then, colors.
Cool.
So we can help you out with literally anything you need.
I love that because I didn't even think about that either. See, interchangeability. But really, like, you don't want to be clunking around everything. You want to go on, like, have it click fast. You want to be able, show me.
And on one of our favorite brands here is literally the easiest
Yeah.
to come out with. And then even on those
Wow.
cold days,
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, it's super windy today, but this buff would come in handy, keeps you nice and warm and keeps you from fogging. It's a really nice, well thought out system. And that's just one of the cool goggles that we have out here today.
So, Tyler, I love this. How much would something like this Anon run someone today?
Typically, that's $250, but that add-on right now is in the half off section. So come scoop it before it's gone.
I like that dramatic pause. I'm like, That's amazing. So these are all 50% off. Is that correct?
50 to 70% off goggles. Yeah. So, we can get you in a great set for a really good price today, or through Monday. So
I know, because
going on all weekend.
Cyber Monday. And I love that you said that, because that's a big deal now. I know old school, it's Black Friday, right? And it's cool, but Cyber Monday.
Yeah. I mean, it's in store. So it's not necessarily cyber for us, but we're happy to extend the offers through the weekend.
I love this. I love this. But it is very important to come in stores so you can kind of get someone's vibe, see their face, be able to help them with making them feel good and look good.
Oh, for sure. Come in with a great attitude, and we can help find you something. Sometimes
No
it takes
grumpy
a few
people.
tries, but we like to think that trying on glasses is fun, and it shouldn't be a stressful experience. So, we like to have fun with it, and our selection, I think, definitely shows that.
Well, you guys have something for everyone, which is awesome. And another thing I learned today, which I wish I would have known before, because I would have come to you guys, which I will come to you guys next time. If you need a prescription, if you need to get your eyes tested, you can come here, which is great to know.
Correct. Yeah, we have Dr. G comes in Tuesday, Thursdays. So he starts in the Edwards location in the morning and then comes to Vail around 3. Appointments do fill up quickly, so you can give us a call. But we're happy to get you in a prescription, or get you a new prescription while you're here, and then find the perfect frame for that prescription for you while you're here as well, too.
That is so awesome. Do you love just helping people do well? I mean, this has to be fun for you.
It's definitely the best part of my job. We like helping people, and, just finding that perfect glass or sunglass for them. It's a really gratifying experience when you can help somebody out with that.
Well, I love the glasses you're wearing right now. I just had to say, the whole time we've been talking, I've been looking at the side of them. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, one of our favorite brands, Jacques Marie Mage. It's actually up here at the bar. It's one of our great brands we carry. Very distinctive, a lot of fun colors, great, vintage shapes. They're kind of made to make you look like you're somebody that's famous.
Dude, that's funny you said this, because literally when I walked in, I was like, rock star right here.
Oh, if only. Yeah.
He is the rock star of the glasses. Okay, so you can't make fun of me, but I have a new thing, I think, for you guys. Thanks, goggle, instead of Thanksgiving next year.
Thanks, goggles.
Because you know what I said about you the other day, about eyepieces? I said, nothing says Thanksgiving like goggles.
Season's starting, so it's time to get a new set of goggles. That's for sure. Get yourself
He's like,
set up
oh,
for the
Gretchen.
season.
He's like, we're not taking that on. They're too posh here at Eyepieces, but I'm just trying.
No, it's a good one. But come on by. Come check it out. We're open every day here at the Goggle Bar, 8:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. So we just started extended hours today.
Awesome.
And the rest of the stores are moving from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. as well, too.
That's amazing. That's really good to know. So helmets, glasses, goggles, prescriptions, everything you'd ever need right here at Eyepieces of Vail. And now there are 8 locations. Tyler Moore, you're a rock star. We adore you here on Good Morning Vail. Thank you so much. And one last question for you, website. People can get to.
Yeah, just eyepiecesofvail.com.
Eyepiecesofvail.com.
Actually, eyepieces.com now. Sorry, that's a new one. So you can just go to eyepieces.com. You can check out our services, get the info on our locations, brands we carry, stuff like that.
Awesome. Well, I think that a lot of people will be coming in for their holiday shopping. I know I'm going to do a little shopping before I go. And we have a great rest of the show for you. So keep it right here. I'm so excited. Keep it right here for more Good Morning Vail.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Happy National Cake Day to you. Our very own Steve is going to teach us how to bake a cake. I can't wait. Let's take a look.
Me about this cake.
Well, this cake started, my mother made it for myself, my older brother and sister, and she made it for maybe about 9-10 years until my younger brother came around. And it's a 3-layer cake, so when he came around, we couldn't go to 4. And that's when we went to apple pie. But I still remember this cake, and when I was a little boy, watching my mother make this cake, I would read the back of the box. And they had these interesting lines saying, you have to do all this extra stuff if you lived over 3,500 feet. And living at 170 feet above sea level, I wondered, like, who are these people that live at 3,500 feet? And
people.
Why are they burdened with all this extra stuff? Right. So now I have an opportunity to come out here and bake my very first cake at over 3,500 feet in altitude. And so that's what we're going to do.
All right.
And interestingly enough, I bought all the ingredients here at the local Walmart, which is a wonderful store. So this cake will cost $6.95.
Oh, wow, that's a
to make.
steal.
So I'm going to start putting it together now. You just get yourself a nice little bowl. It's a box cake.
Nice.
So devil's food, anything else. And we open the bag here. We're having a little trouble opening this bag here. But
Well,
now we got it.
I love the story
And
behind
we
this cake.
pour everything in here.
Some of my best memories with my grandparents and my parents were in the kitchen. I remember making bread with my grandmother. So
Oh,
a
it's
very
wonderful.
warm
And this is
memory.
not a fancy cake. This is a feel-good cake.
Oh, good.
Work with the kids. They can all have their own special layer, and you can make them feel special. We're going to hold that off to the third segment.
3 layers is intimidating, though.
It is a little bit. Now, here comes my special moment. In that, I get to put in 2 tablespoons of flour,
That's
which
to
is
help with
needed
altitude.
for the people at the altitude.
Yes.
So I'm experiencing my childhood dream right now. So take
We're
note.
so happy that
1,
you're doing it in Park City.
2, 3, 4. These are half tablespoons, so I have to put 4
Oh,
in.
I thought it looked like a lot,
No.
but no.
And so I'm just going to cherish the moment here.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough. And so now we're going to get to the rest of the situation. It calls for 3 eggs.
Okay.
And as my grandmother and mother always told me, break 1 egg at a time and put it in.
Really? Why?
I don't know, I had to do something like we got real chicken eggs and some of them could be spoiled. 1 at a time and
See, I
put
always
it
do
in.
mine together, so
No, you wouldn't do that.
Not
Because if the
anymore.
3rd one was bad, you lost 2 good eggs.
that's true.
And there's my 3rd egg into the mixture. We put in 1 cup of water,
All right. Looks good.
and we put in 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, and we are off to the races. Now, all we have to do is blend this for 2.5 minutes, for 30 seconds at low speed.
At low speed.
Then we're going to go to a commercial break, and then I'll finish up to 2 minutes at a high speed
Sounds
because
good.
it can be very dangerous at high speed.
All right, well, it's a little loud out here. You don't want to have to hear all of this, but you don't want to miss this. We are going to be doing more cake right after this.
Thank you.
If you're just tuning in, I'm here with Steve Mumblow, the president of Deerfield Media. He is in Park City this week for a nice visit and also to bake a cake. So we're at the 2nd step of baking this cake. He just mixed it up and told us the story behind it. And now, what's next?
Now, after 2.5 minutes of blending together the ingredients, we are going to just quickly oil our pans and put some flour into them. This is an easy trick. Liz on Nantucket has taught me this trick,
I always just
and
use the
she's
spray.
very good. Oh,
this is
no, no,
better.
no, no. We pour it in, and then you pour it on to the next one. And
Oh, it's
she's
so much better.
Absolutely. And this is the way to do it, because most of our viewers are out of the Park City, Salt Lake City area, but we also have a huge national and international following. And so Liz on Nantucket, we got Ian over on Mercer Island in
nice.
Washington State who watches, Chris and Rex in Florida, Jim, Tiffany, and Dot in Baton Rouge, and my dear Patty is right now in Spain watching it. She provided us with the aprons.
Thank you.
So that's
I'm the
cool
guest chef.
stuff. And in addition, perhaps our watchers in Italy may not appreciate a box cake, but this is what we're doing.
Well, you're doctoring it up. You're fancying it up, and we really appreciate
we
our
are.
viewers
It's going
all
to be
around the
extra
world.
special. So
Yes.
I just put a little oil in around with a paper towel, throw some flour in, and now we're just going to put half of the batter into each of the tins. And it is a quick, easy process.
Smells good.
And we'll put the other half in here.
I'm going to add, if you don't know how to let people know how to watch us throughout the nation, throughout the country, go to our website. You can watch our live stream.
Yeah.
So tell your friends to tune in wherever they are. They can check us out.
And there's a cake. This one needs a little bit more if we're going to do it right. So there we are. Our batter's in our pans. And because we are at high altitude, once again, and I had to read all about this, Typically, if you have a light pan or a glass pan, you would bake the cake at 325 degrees, a dark pan at 350. At high altitude, it's all at 350. So there you got a break here in Park City.
Yeah.
It's easier, just one temperature.
Don't have to worry about the pans.
and no matter what kind of pans you have. So our batter is ready to go into the oven. It's got to cook for 28 minutes, and I'm sure it's going to do something. Now, I did a practice run last night, and I didn't put all the flour in to see what happens. Well, you end up with a brownie.
Oh.
It doesn't rise. So
well, if you like brownies, but
if you like
it's not going to work
brownies.
for a 3-layer cake.
So if you want that extra oomph to it, you got to put the 2 tablespoons of flour in. Okay.
All right, so we're going to put this in the oven here on the Mountain Morning Show. We're going to cook it, and then lots more to come. This is a 3-layer cake, so we have many more steps. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Good morning, Vail.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tva8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the magic of the season like never before with the Leadville Railroad on our Holiday Express. Gather the family for an enchanting journey filled with dazzling displays of twinkling lights and festive decorations. Create cherished memories that will last a lifetime on this unforgettable train adventure that captures the spirit of the holidays. Booking information at leadvillerailroad.com.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Good morning, Vail.
I love cake. It is National Cake Day. Happy National Cake Day to you. And our very own Steve is teaching us how to bake a cake. Here's part 2.
I am a guest chef today. Thank you for the apron.
You're welcome,
Here with
Christine.
Steve Mumblow. We have the next step in this wonderful cake. We are going to be filling it and cutting the layers, right?
That's what we're going to be doing.
Okay, but this cake doesn't have a name, I just found out. So
It
what
has
would you
no
name
name.
it?
Well, because we're at, what, 6,700 feet above sea level here, we'll call it our 67 cake.
Okay, so 67 cake, got it.
So the cakes have been baked, and let's hope that there's something good inside. And a little stick.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yep.
stick because of your greasing
And
trick. I like it.
We got one layer there.
Looks good.
And I'm just going to start with the first layer here and just cutting it in half. It's nice to have a lazy Susan here.
But normally you would use dental floss, is that
I would
correct?
use dental floss here because it gives a nice clean cut across the whole cake. There's my top of my first cake.
Look at that.
And let's not break it here, Steve. Yeah, yay. Now
did
for
it.
the filling.
Okay.
This is the part that the kids love. Our filling is nothing more than a pint of heavy cream. Not whipping cream, heavy cream. And
Nice.
when you beat cream, you need a little sugar, but you never know how much, and it's everyone's taste. I kind of put in maybe about 2 tablespoons of sugar.
And that's to sweeten it, just to make it a little bit.
And it helps to hold the cream
I
together.
didn't know that.
Yes.
I've had
And
problems with whipping cream.
from my
so-
days in a restaurant, my 3 summers in college, they told me that. So I'm going to start whipping this cream here now at a high speed. And because it's going into a cake, we have to whip it a good amount of time, almost till it starts turning a little bit yellowish.
Oh, really?
Going to almost like a butter. And when you're blending, it'll be very free, but as you near the consistency that you want it, you're going to feel it starting to push back at you. So while I'm blending, Christine's going to do the fun part in picking out the colors for each of our layers and the flavorings for each of our layers.
We are here for the next step of the 67 cake with Steve Mumblow, president of Deerfield Media. This cake has lots of steps, but completely worth it. You don't want to skip anything because
No.
it won't turn out right. So
Well, we left off last. We had to whip our heavy whipping cream. Now we're going to put it into 3 different bowls, separate it out, because for a moment in time it's going to be Easter, just like we're coloring Easter eggs. And I'm going to jump ahead to one step. Canned frosting, don't put much more effort into that. Put a little whipped cream in it,
oh,
and it will spread easier for you.
that's a good tip.
Okay, now Christine, you get to pick out the colors.
Okay, lemon, yellow.
Go ahead.
Dump it
Put it in that bowl there.
This one. This is where you can let the kids help out.
Yeah.
Well, they can help with the whole thing, but this is the funnest part.
Now
All right.
put in your extract.
A little lemon extract to go with our yellow. Just kind of
Yeah.
eyeball it.
Just eyeball
Don't
it.
need to measure it.
And then you just fold the whipped cream. You're not beating it again. You're just folding it to get the color and the flavor.
Just very gently.
Consistency throughout. And as you see, it is getting closer and closer to where we want it to be. Ah, there it is. Just like the Easter eggs, I told you. Now we're going to take this layer and we're going to put it in the center of the first layer of the cake. This is our lemon layer.
Our lemon layer.
And so when you put it in, someone has to be in mind, because this is a cake to make other people happy.
Oh, absolutely. This will make a lot of people happy here.
So I don't go to the edge of the cake because your frosting will fill in the space there. Okay, now we're going to put the next layer on, and Christine,
All right.
the middle layer is the most important because, as I said before, that's for Patty.
Okay, so we're going to do peppermint in the middle.
We're
for
going to do
Patty.
peppermint in the middle. And I'm putting my next layer of cake on top of that.
Looks beautiful. We'll dump it
And we'll
in.
do it in this bowl here.
Okay, because we want the most for
Yes.
this layer.
And she likes it dark green, too. There we go. That's enough.
When do I stop?
A little
keep
bit
going.
of Ireland in there now.
There we go. Yeah, it'll be nice and dark for Patty. There
Okay.
we go.
Oh.
Very pepperminty.
You know,
She's
in
gonna
order
like
to
that.
save money, I carried all these spices on the plane from Massachusetts, and I had them thoroughly wrapped. Unfortunately, the TSA people detected some kind of odor coming from my luggage.
Oh, you're kidding.
And they opened the Ziploc and the bottles, and they did put the lids back on the bottles, but they didn't close the Ziploc.
Oh, no.
And a lot of my laundry smells peppermint.
Well,
But
it's a
that's
good
all
thing
right.
that Patty likes peppermint, so when you go home and smell like peppermint,
So there we are, and I'm going to ask Patty, is that the right color? She says yes. And so
Good.
I'm putting this on as my second layer. Once again, in the middle of the cake, and you just fan it out to about a ½ inch from the edge of the cake.
this is going to look so nice when you cut it, each of these layers being a different color.
It's wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful. Okay, there is our second layer. And I'm going to put the third layer on top of that.
Yeah, this whipping cream is so nice and thick. I would have not whipped
Now,
it this long, but I
the
can
top
see.
layer is always for my brother Tony in South Carolina,
All right, Tony.
because he likes sweet. And
Sweet,
so
okay.
red is sweet.
So lots of orange extract
Yeah.
for Tony. All right, here we go. There we go. It's ready.
Okay. And so we're going to blend this as we have the others.
Reminds me of a spumoni. Have you ever had spumoni?
Yes, I have.
The layered ice cream with the different colors.
Uh-huh.
Kind of reminds me of that a little bit.
And so for Tony, is that all right, Tony? He always complains.
Oh, no. Sorry, Tony. Just apologize ahead of time. Get it out of the way.
And I'm going to spread this out as well. Not
Oh,
quite to the edge.
Smells delicious.
But close to it.
I mostly smell peppermint, so that's good. Yep. That cake was nice and cool, so you could cut it evenly.
Yes, you have to get it cool in
patient.
order it's just right. If I were home, I'd be using my fingers, but I'm out in public.
You have to behave on live TV. We appreciate that.
And then I'm going to put my top layer on. And there.
Oh, look at that.
And smush it down a little bit for consistency.
Oh, that is beautiful.
So that's where we are right now in our cake. So we have Tony and Patty and Rosie, very happy.
And we'll be thinking about them as we eat this delicious cake here in Park City. And we are going to come back and frost this thing.
That we're going to do.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Experience the magic of the season like never before with the Leadville Railroad on our Holiday Express. Gather the family for an enchanting journey filled with dazzling displays of twinkling lights and festive decorations. Create cherished memories that will last a lifetime on this unforgettable train adventure that captures the spirit of the holidays. Booking information at leadvillerailroad.com.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wild-crafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty. Lion's Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lionshead Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I am all smiles because we're just chit-chatting. We have a snowboarding extraordinaire. Do you like that? The man,
Sounds
the
pretty
myth, the legend himself, Senna Leith. How are you doing, Senna?
I'm amazing. Thanks for having me in.
Of course. Did you like that little introduction?
That was a solid intro. I'm into it.
Senna, you are so amazing, and thank you for coming in so early. I know that you're super busy with
Could
training.
have been earlier. It could have been earlier. We're good.
I know.
We're
We
good.
got you in the later hour, the second half.
This was much better for me.
So, Senna, you are a snowboarding god, I dare say. You're amazing. No, you are so great at what you do, and I love your positive attitude, and I love that you just you keep it real. I watch you on Instagram. I got you on the socials, and it's so great to just see you and spread that positivity and do something that you really love, that you're passionate about. And thank you for being who you are.
Such kind words.
I mean
thanks.
that. I mean it all.
I try to be a positive force out there. It's the world, you can never have too much of that. So.
And we need it more now than ever. So, Senna, I'm going to go back with you, old school. How did we get into snowboarding? I know you are Vail born and raised, correct?
Well, technically Denver.
Denver, okay.
Denver, and then started coming up here on the weekends and overtime and evolved into more full-time with the family. But I skateboarded as like a young kid and always wanted to snowboard, obviously, especially that was early 2000s, it was like snowboarding was the it, and I was like just tired of being on skis. And so when I was 7, I finally got to go to Golden Peak and snowboarded for the first time. I'm the old chair 12.
Yes.
And I haven't been on skis since.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was that moment? Because I'm an avid skier, and I love it. I stay true to skiing. What is it about snowboarding versus, I ask everyone this, sorry to put you in the hot seat.
Good.
Snowboarding versus skiing that really just got you, that moment?
I think it was just it was probably when I was young, I was like snowboarding was kind of rebellious and a little bit different than skiing, which seemed kind of basic. And, and being young and coming from being a skateboarder as a young kid, it was obviously it was the transition to the next step is what I wanted to do. And finally, my parents let me do it. I begged them for years. I would
I love that.
And finally kind of was like, oh, this is actually going to happen.
I love that. So how long have you been snowboarding altogether? Or on the mountain, we'll say altogether.
Yeah, I mean, since I was 7, so.
7 years old.
Oh my God.
You don't even have to do math. It's
no,
too early in the morning for that. For a very long time, we'll say.
18 years.
So what do we have coming up for you this season?
We have a pretty jam-packed World Cup schedule starting in November.
Cool.
So it's going to be a lot of time in Europe and bouncing all around the place. And thankfully, we get to finish up our World Cup season in Canada, which is kind of close to home. And it's nice that a lot of people from the States can go there to watch the World Cup finals, which was my favorite event of the year last year in Quebec. And
your dad was watching it at Yeti's Grind, and I watched with him actually on his computer for a little bit. Did you know this moment?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was so cute. I came in between.
Was it the first day?
No,
it was the day where I didn't do probably the second day. The second day I didn't do that.
You did well, but it was at nighttime.
Oh no, that would have been Cortina.
That's what it is. Yes. It was awesome.
Which was a great race also.
It was so cool.
Because I love racing under the lights. It's super electric. It actually, whenever I have a competition under the lights, I've only had a few over my career. It makes me think about being a kid here in Vail. You remember the Honda sessions?
Yes,
And I remember I would go to that as a kid, like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is like the coolest thing ever. And so it kind of like takes me back to that feeling as being a spectator as a young kid seeing this, and I'm kind of on a similar stage just as an adult.
And now you're doing
on the other side of the world.
Is that wild? I have to think, because obviously I'm not a professional athlete.
Yeah.
I like to pretend that I am when I'm skiing, but I'm not. Is it weird, like when you were little, that you had those people that you looked up to, those moments where you're like, oh, he's such, or he or she, and she, you know, is such an amazing athlete, and now you're that human being.
What's even crazier though is, like, I looked up to that and aspired to be that, and then now I'm at that level, which is wild.
Right.
But what's even crazier is that all those people that I looked at back then are now like my closest friends.
That's crazy. That's
like,
amazing.
That's like what's really weird.
Can we do some name drops? Who are some people?
Like my best friend's Lindsay Jacobellis.
Right.
And I remember watching her on X Games when I was like a little kid, watching her win, and then now she's like my best friend. I talk to her every single day, and she's like been a huge positive influence in my career. Which is like, that one's like off the top of my head. And then of course, like my teammate Nick Baumgartner was like a legend growing up, and he's had such a long career as well.
He and I, that's so funny. Nick, shout out. We love Nick.
Yeah.
And
I was just in Chile with him last week.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We're going to have Nick zoom in here. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Because I met Nick early days of doing interviews at X Games.
Oh, no
And
way.
I just thought he was such a cool human being. He has such good energy
Oh,
vibe.
he can talk, yeah.
And he's originally, I think, or at least has a home in Michigan. And
Well, yeah, so he's
family
originally
house
from
in
like the
Michigan.
Upper Peninsula of
Yes,
Michigan.
and we were in Michigan at the same time this summer, and we're like, dang, we were too far apart to meet up, but he's such a good guy.
He is a very vivid person to be around. He's
Yes.
got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But he's also been a great influence in my career as well. Just
That's so
being
cool.
like a guy that's had so much experience and been in so many different situations, and
Right.
of course, like you have like your competitive aspects with him, but then you also have this great friend relationship. And for example, this last training camp I just got back from in Chile, we were down there. We were actually without our team. We just went down as a couple athletes.
Oh, cool.
Having fun and training and kind of helping each other out in a super organic way.
I love
and
that.
the fact that we're all such great friends made for it to be a really, really awesome environment with each other. And
That's something that I really want to touch base on, because obviously Burton US Open used to be here, you know, love that and love the Burtons, you know, and then the X Games and all these other events going on and all the athletes. You guys are such a tribe. I've seen it over and over again. It's
like one giant family.
It really is.
Yeah.
It is. And it's so beautiful because obviously you have that competitive nature about you. You're awesome at what you do.
Yeah.
But it is this moment where you see it is a family and you guys really help each other. And that's...
It's amazing when you're like, because that family is obviously all over the world and we travel nonstop, and the places I'll run into people that
It's
I'm
wild.
like, it's so random. Like I've run into people I know that compete on like the half pipe or slopestyle World Cups, and I've like ran into them in restaurants in New York City randomly, or
That's
just in
so cool.
airports, and just all sorts of like. But it's kind of like, oh, what's up? Like, because
Like
they all live such a similar life that it's not
Right.
that strange for it to feel like a small
but
world.
you see each other all over the world.
Yeah, you just run into each other everywhere.
So you've podiumed at the World Cup. How many? Yeah, tell me about this.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me. Brag about yourself, please.
Okay. Well, so like my first official podium was in a team event actually in Moscow, which was like super crazy and exciting place to race. But that was like a team event. My first one that was ever an individual event was in Canada, in British Columbia, a place called Big White.
Yes.
And that was And that was in 2020. And
that's wild.
That was like just a really incredible, special day. And I remember going through the rounds, and like once I got to the big final, I was like you kind of think about like your family watching you on like the other side of the camera that's like right in your face, and then it ended up being that my entire family was at Yeti's watching with all the employees and everything, and I got like a photo afterwards of everybody watching. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so glad that like I'm so glad I performed and everybody was actually watching it and got to see it live because it was on the same time zone.
I mean, can we take a moment and say that you come from the coolest family I've ever met? I'm saying that hands down. Every time I see your dad, I'm like, how is this created? You guys, each one of you is so amazing.
We got a lot of different stuff going on in our family. And
Yes.
Super love it when everybody supports. Like everybody does something different. You know, my sister's an artist, my older brother's in the music industry.
Yeah.
My youngest sister, who knows
She's like an athlete.
who knows what avenue she's going to go down, and
oh my god,
we all just support each other in a super organic and loving way.
So
Which
cool.
is awesome.
I'm a big fan of the Leith family. I love you guys.
Me too.
I know.
Yeah.
There you go. So, Cinder, what are you the most stoked about coming up?
I'm just excited for winter.
Yeah.
I mean, today,
I know.
driving here and it's snowing outside, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's happening. Even though I just got back from a place where it was obviously winter, but coming here and then like seeing the trees, it was so beautiful, and kind of get that fix, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's cold, it's snowing.
Right.
Okay, let's get all the
Like
snow
it's
here
time.
now.
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
ready
time.
to to ride, honestly, here in Vail with all my friends.
That's awesome. Okay, so walk us through a typical day, because I know you are an awesome athlete, and I know that you have to train. I mean, that's a thing.
Yeah.
What does a day look like for you?
Okay. So
Yeah,
the first thing I do first thing I do every morning is I meditate.
I love that.
Meditating is a big thing for me. I try to meditate twice a day for 20 minutes, but sometimes it only happens in the morning.
Right.
So I do that. Throughout the day, I like to do like little breaks, thinking about like visualizing or like breathing techniques that have kind of been helping me.
Cool.
Just kind of experimenting with that and seeing how it affects my mental space, because I
Do you
really want
believe-
to take care of that.
Thank you for. I totally cut you off at this
No, you're good,
awesome
you're good.
moment. No,
Yeah.
thank you for saying that. The mental health piece is
It's
so
huge.
very important.
And like my meditation really helps me with that a lot, because my world is so busy and so complex and
Right.
also stressful, and it just kind of helps keeps you grounded and put things in perspective. Also journaling a lot.
Love that.
So that's usually how I start my day, kind of those
Cool.
couple things, dabbling, and then I like to get my main training sessions in the morning.
Okay, to get it over with.
Yeah, like it's not that I procrastinate. It's just harder to like grind on the level I want to if I'm doing it in the afternoon.
I feel you. Yeah.
So I come over here to the Westin. That's where I work out.
So good.
Keep it local.
We just had the Westin here. We had
Oh, really?
yeah.
Awesome.
This morning.
They're such great people. So
Such-
I'm headed there right after this.
Awesome. Yes, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle's amazing.
She was over here just a couple minutes ago.
Oh, I didn't know
Don't you
that.
love our community here? Yeah.
And that's part of what I love so much about this place is the community's so tight. Everybody knows everybody. It's
100%.
like it's kind of one big family. That's always what I look forward to when I'm coming back from traveling.
Love that.
So get my training session in.
Cool.
Then I usually have a massive breakfast lunch thing, because I'm always kind of trying to
Okay,
maintain
I
weight.
want to hear what this massive lunch brunch,
Well,
breakfast, lunch.
So my big thing right now makes big smoothies.
Oh,
Big smoothies.
I'm a
with,
fan
like,
of smoothies.
Tons of protein and oat milk, banana, like
Yep.
the works. Not to be basic, because sometimes I dabble in the avocado toast.
Oh, I just had some yesterday for my birthday at Yeti's Grind. Shout out, true story.
I like the one with the egg salad on it.
Yes.
That's like my high density
Dope.
meal that usually I
That's
pound right
great.
after training.
Yeah, okay.
And then if I have another session in the afternoon, sometimes I have cardio.
Okay.
In the afternoon, sometimes I run on the bike path into town.
Nice.
Which is just so gorgeous, one of my favorite things to do.
Yes.
Or change it up, go on the rower or mountain bike or
Cool.
trail run out behind our house.
It's a rough
there's
life,
just like
isn't it?
it's honestly ridiculous, right? It's just so lovely. And so that's usually what my afternoons entail, or take my dog to the park and then catch up on emails or any photo or video projects I'm working on in the
That's so
afternoon
cool.
and try to get to bed early. Usually not that good at that.
I know, you and
Yeah.
me both. We won't
Yeah.
even get into that. So Senna, do you believe in the power of manifestation? Because obviously
do.
I feel like you're living your dream life.
Yeah.
Is that
I mean, yeah. It's weird because things they progress the way they progress over time.
Right.
Sometimes you're like you think of manifesting, you're like, oh, I'm going to think about it a lot and then it should happen next year. Or sometimes you're like,
right.
You think about it and you envision it, all of a sudden you're 12 years down the road and you're like, oh, whoa, I'm like kind of there.
100%, yes.
And so I'm
that's
definitely
true.
big on manifesting, and I think manifesting can work both ways. You can manifest the things you don't want. So
Agreed.
it's really important to channel your energy on the things that you do want.
I love it.
And not to like reject the things that you don't want, but just like, okay, those exist, move towards what you want.
I love that because it is truth. If you have those negative thoughts, they bring negative action.
And even
so that's
putting focus on like trying not to think about the negative things makes you think about them more. So it's really just about like
Right.
accepting that those negatives are going to be a part of your life, or those stressors or things that you don't want to have happen. Like those are going to exist in your brain whether or not you want them to.
True.
And so it's really just about, okay, accept that, shift the focus to what I do want.
and move forward. I love it. Senna, I think you need to add to your huge docket of things right now, motivational speaking. What do we
Maybe
think
one
about
day.
that?
Maybe that's a good
I'll be your booking agent. I can help
snowboarding
you with
career.
that.
Let's do it.
I love it. So
Good-
Senna, where
good-
can
good money there.
Right? I
Yeah.
know. And you're great at speaking. So there you go. Where can people find out more about you, to watch your travels, watch what you're doing with snowboarding?
The best, obviously, is just social media.
Cool.
I'm super active on Instagram and Facebook, just at Senna Leith.
Cool.
TikTok sometimes.
TikTok. Okay,
Yeah.
can we have a moment about this? I know I'm older than you are. Why can't I? TikTok's cool, but what? I can't get into it. I don't know.
You just gotta find your,
Your
you
groove.
gotta find your page on TikTok.
I think so, too.
There's like, sometimes I go in phase where I just wanna watch people making different types of food.
See, that's what. Okay.
Sometimes like
Yeah.
you can like curate your feed.
Yeah,
I
I feel
had
that.
it for like a month where it was just nothing but awesome creative sushi stuff, like sushi chefs.
Ooh, you know, and you're so good at this.
Yeah.
You're pulling it all in together. We just had one of our hosts here speaking about a new sushi restaurant that is coming out at the Grand Hyatt Vail. So,
Oh,
yeah.
how about that?
December. There you go.
Hey, sushi's like my favorite food in the world, so I'm always down for a new place.
We have good sushi in Vail. We were just talking
We do
about
have
this. I mean,
great
for
sushi in
not
Vail.
living on an ocean, we have amazing sushi that's flown in every day.
It's all coming in fresh.
It's awesome. Well,
between Matsu and Joy, I'm pretty well taken care of here.
And Sato. There's so many.
Oh yeah, I
ones.
almost forget about that.
I know.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, and what's the one over by?
I know. Now I feel like we're leaving.
Oh, now there's like a lot. Yeah, I feel like we got to give everybody shout outs.
We love you all.
Is it Yumi? What's the one?
Oh, Yama.
Yama
is so good as well.
Yeah, Yama's amazing. I just haven't been there in a while.
Shout out to all the sushi restaurants here in Vail.
Shout out to all the sushi restaurants in Vail. They're all amazing. I didn't mean to single anybody out.
Cinna, we are so happy to have you on here. We want to have you whenever you want to come. You are more than welcome.
Coming in.
You're an amazing human, and we're proud to have you here in Vail as one of our own. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate everything you guys are doing for our community.
Thanks.
Happy to be here.
You're awesome, Cinna. Well, check Cinna out. You can follow his travels, snowboarding, and just an amazing human being altogether. Cinna Leith. Keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
TV8 is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, delivering content in all sorts of mediums. Take us with you on the go as Good Morning Vail and Good Day Vail are now available as podcasts. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, and Pandora. And don't forget, you can always find TV8 on YouTube, tv8vail.com, and all of our social media platforms. Just another reason why there's more for you on 92.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to the second half of Sunday's edition of Good Morning Vail, all about cakes. I am here for it. We're going to see the rest of making and baking that cake and what goes great with the cake. Yes, coffee. We have Larry Leith from Yeti's Grind and Dang Sweets, all about those pastries. So sit back, get ready, because Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, I love cake just as much as the next person, and it's National Cake Day. We had a chance to talk to Dang Sweets. Let's take a look. Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I have the cutest couple, hands down, in Vail. I'm saying it, going on a limb, and the cutest baby, Angela and Tim from Dang Sweets. And I am here to talk to you guys about all things baked goods. How are you guys doing today?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having us here.
Of course. I am so excited. First of all, I wanted to talk about your love story and how all of this came to be.
Who can say it?
Yeah. So about 8 years ago now, we met in the kitchen,
Yes.
cooking together, and then we just kind of started to hang out a little bit.
Were you in the kitchen in Vail?
Yeah, we were at Terra Bistro back in the day, if everyone's kind of familiar, years ago. And then after a few years, we ended up dating, getting married and whatnot, traveling around, and then now we have a little one. And then Angela's love for baking came out, so
That's what I
went
was
that
so
way.
excited about. So
Yeah.
you met in the kitchen. You both are exceptional at what you do. And Angela, did you just think one day, oh, I have this amazing husband, I want to start baking, like starting my, how did this career come about? How did you start this?
Well, it was more as a hobby, just because I always like to eat something sweet and something good.
Yeah.
So I started, and people and friends from the kitchen will say, oh, you actually, you're so talented and stuff. And I'm like, okay, let's start it. Let's try it. Till Tim was like, oh, yeah, maybe you should do that for a career if you like it. So it was like a, I don't know, hobby which became a job.
Did you take a leap of faith? Did you leave your other job and just...
Yes.
Wow, that's really powerful.
And actually this year Tim left his job, so we both started to bake, just bake.
Just bake. And where is Dang Sweets out of? Like, where are you guys located?
So currently we're out of a commissary kitchen, so we work out of Winona in the morning. Mira and Simone are super nice to us and allow us that opportunity. And we're currently building a space out over across from Walmart by Cherry Creek.
So
we'll be hopefully brick and mortar by the holidays, open
You guys.
and operational.
Congratulations. That is
Thank
so
you.
exciting. And it's really, this time it's hard to start a business, and you guys are doing it. And a family, this one steals the show. I can't. So Angela, can you tell us what we have here and what you made?
Yes, so we made our farmer's market favorites, which is the peach tart. It has the crust, has pastry cream, a little almond sponge, fresh peaches, and like Palisade peaches.
Oh my God, the Palisade peaches.
They're in season right now.
And I have to brag about you guys a little bit because we ran into each other last weekend at the Vail Farmers Market. And you guys are slammed. You're doing so well. She's like, oh yes, I make good food.
People like us, and we do really appreciate everyone's support, and like for coming back every single Sunday, because we do have our local customers which will be there every Sunday waiting for their chocolate chip cookies and blueberry muffins.
What is the local favorite? Like, what is the thing that people, I think he wants that. He's ready to eat. I feel you, buddy.
Well, pretty much everything what we make, but definitely people are lining up for the chocolate chip cookies and the blueberry muffins.
Blueberry muffins
which
and
actually Tim makes them.
Oh, you do? You're like, well, Tim, there you go. I'm glad.
There you go. I mean, Angela brings that nice sweet side, so it's like in the morning you definitely get the muffins and more of that lunch or breakfast style, and then once the afternoon hits and everyone's had a little lunch, the tarts are gone.
Oh
the
my
macaroons
gosh.
start going quick.
So you make the macaroons?
Yes.
Okay, that's oh my goodness. What kind of macaroons are these?
These are black currant.
Okay. Wow.
And in the other side, we do have cream puffs, which are chocolate cream puffs with a little vanilla cream and almond praline on top.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and what is is it
That's an almond, no, that's a walnut apple tart.
Oh my gosh.
With a little caramel, soft caramel on top.
Okay, Angela, I am on a diet right now. I'm like, what are you doing to me? This
No,
is
that's
amazing.
what everyone says before they try the
Right, and then they eat the whole thing at home. They're like, no judgment. We're
They
having
actually
fun.
don't have any sugar or calories.
That's what's so great. No calories at all. What is your favorite, like both of you actually, what is your favorite thing to make?
I like everything.
You like to make it all. Is it just your happy place? You get into a Zen meditative kind of.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a very relaxing place.
Yeah, and it's your passion.
Yeah,
which is,
it's really nice to see that you can do something you like and
Yeah.
actually without working. You know, it's like you work without working.
I love that you said that because that's how I feel with my career. I love what I do, and you can feel it in your work. I mean, it's beautiful and it tastes amazing.
And especially it makes people happy. It's
Yeah.
always nice. I used to joke with Tim because usually
Right.
when I'll get compliments, I'll be like, oh, that's the only reason I bake, to get all the
The
compliments.
compliment. She's like, I love it. I eat it up.
I mean, it's just great to be able to deliver somebody like their kid's birthday cake.
That's
When they're
what I
like
was
2
gonna
or
say.
3 and their eyes glow when they see it. And you're like, you know what, that's pretty awesome.
Well-
It's like worth that time you spend on it. And like,
Yeah.
to see the little kids' reactions or the happy wedding couple when you deliver their wedding cake and
Yeah.
they're like, it was amazing and it also tasted good.
Well,
you
and
know,
I
not
love-
only did it look good, but it tasted
Yeah,
good.
and I love that you said that because I think maybe that's a piece that we forget is you guys are creating these huge memories that are milestones of people's lives. Because when I was a little girl, I remember my birthday cakes, the special ones. I remember the different desserts and wedding. That's a huge part of it, the wedding cake. So that's, Tim, what's your favorite thing to make?
I mean, to be honest with you, I love chocolate chip cookies.
I love it. Of course.
And it
That's
came out of
brilliant.
like a joke. Like my parents flew out here to help us with him for the next few weeks. It's
Yeah.
wedding season.
Awesome.
And it's like they brought me
Good.
my favorite chocolate chip cookies from home.
Oh.
And like I'll never be able to duplicate those. I won't try.
I love that.
But I just love chocolate chip cookies because they're simple. I mean, and when you're at the farmer's market and you see people walking by, and there's
Yeah.
kind of like an older gentleman who's there with his wife who stops to shop a little bit.
Right.
And he sees fresh, warm chocolate chip cookies.
It's a moment.
He just comes over, grabs a napkin. He's like, "Can I have one?" Like,
You guys-
come on, sneak me. Don't tell my wife. You know,
Yes,
like,
I
okay,
love-
okay.
You guys are such a feel-good moment. I love this. I'm like, are you? Okay, is he allowed to have any sweets yet, or is
Not
he?
yet.
No, I was like, what? Yeah.
Not yet.
I was
we
gonna.
try to keep him at least for one till he's one.
Yeah.
But he gets a cake every single month.
Oh, that's every month. I love that. I was gonna say this little buddy is gonna have the best birthday cakes. I can't wait. You better put it on Instagram. I'm
Yeah.
excited. Year by year, I'll
You
be
know,
watching.
usually how people do every month, he'll do like pictures for like to see like how month they were.
I
so,
love that.
We couldn't find an idea, and we decided to make him a cake with the month he is.
He is the cutest. I feel like he should be Dang Sweet's mascot. Is he kind of the mascot already a little bit?
He's always with us.
Yeah, usually people are coming at farmers market and asking, "Where is Theo? He's not here."
Yeah, you're like, did you want the food? I want to see the baby too. So I know your stuff is amazing. It looks amazing. It tastes amazing. How can everyone get some of your sweets in their bellies?
Well, for now, we do take it by water, by mail.
Okay.
And hopefully soon, in a few months,
Right.
they'll come in our storefront where we'll have coffees, we'll have a little seating area.
Cool. And your website is so beautifully done. It's gorgeous. I am so excited for you guys. And when did you say the brick and mortar? When is everything gonna?
Hopefully, we're shooting for Thanksgiving
Oh,
to be
so it's
fully
right around the
operational.
guys, right around the
so
corner.
we have everything kind of going. We've started our construction and whatnot. Equipment's
Awesome.
all ordered. And now it's just kind of getting through the nuts and bolts of everything.
How exciting, guys.
And, yeah, we want to just bring that European coffee shop feel back.
I dig
Yeah.
it. Well, we're so happy to have you in the Vail Valley, and I am so stoked. My birthday's in October, so you know I'm going to be hitting you guys up for an awesome cake. I can't wait. And thank you guys so much for coming on and bringing your beautiful little baby and all these sweet treats. I love it. And my very last question, I forgot. Dang Sweets, how did you get the name, the title?
Well, we couldn't find the name. And
I love it.
Somehow Tim was like, "Oh, well, don't try Dang Sweets." And just because I thought that it's going to be more like something temporary.
Right.
Like,
Dang
like,
Sweets.
oh, it's fine. Anyway, we'll change it. So
I love it.
Just like this, it's been 3 years and we're still Dang Sweets.
We love Dang Sweets. Well, thank you guys so much. And definitely check out Dang Sweets. It does not disappoint. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Pascal. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Today, great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, a big part of Good Morning Vail is our coffee. Larry Leith from Yeti's Grind sat down and had a chat with me. Let's take a look. Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. On this Wellness Wednesday, I have one of my dear friends, and I dare say the mayor of Vail at this point, Larry Leith, the man, the myth, the legend, and I adore him. Amazing human being, Yeti's Grind owner. We all know this. How are you doing, Larry?
I'm doing good. This is fun to come down here. Get up a little early and saw how pretty it is outside.
I am honored that you woke up this early, and I am feeling good now because I'm going to Vanna White it out my Yeti's Grind coffee.
My daughter made that for us this morning. So
I love it.
It was great.
Well, Larry, I know that you have been around for a long time. I love the stories. I'm not going to embarrass you too much, but I will say ex-professional athlete right here, amongst other things. But Yeti's Grind is a big moment, and we all love Yeti's Grind in this community.
I do too.
Yeah, it's amazing. So Eagle, Vail Village, Edwards.
Edwards, the new one, which has been super busy. And,
it is.
Yeah, and lots of fun. And, and Yeti's was all about community. So more locations is, more community for us, which is great.
And I always tease people because I say I live literally across the street, and I'm like, Larry and I are homies. He hooked it up. And it's such a cool vibe with people. I love how you open. So I do have a question about this. Is it a physical garage situation going on?
The door system?
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, it's a very expensive garage door system.
A very expensive garage door
Especially after we had it made during COVID.
Right, okay,
And it was,
right on.
nobody would make those things for us. So
Oh.
the whole side opens up on the one.
See, and that's
which on a day like today is just
perfect.
heavenly.
And that's what I love, because you walk by and the inside is dope. I love the swing. I love, you have local artists.
Yeah,
paintings.
well, Yulia, who actually did the one piece of art, is our GM at our village store.
Oh, no way.
Who just got married also.
Oh, congratulations.
And she's super talented. And so that was if you look up close, there's actually coffee grinds in the piece.
Right on.
So
Oh,
that was
cool.
a little bit of a labor of love piece, but
Cool.
so that's very fun for us.
Well, and I always say the first time I walked in, the energy is so good. And I know that you are that human as well that feels energy. And I love going in there. My favorite, I feel like, is a rare one. Well, you brought my iced coffee favorite.
Yeah.
I also love your smoothie.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I think that's
Yeah.
brilliant. And I've had it
Yeah.
at every location. What do you mean, yeah? It's my favorite.
It's so good.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
it is so good.
Every location I've had it. And then I love that you can go outside, and I've seen my lawyer there that I love very deeply. I've seen best friends. I've seen so many, people I've worked with, and it's just such a good vibe, and I don't know, it's brilliant.
It's fun to sit there, and the village ones, they're all different. They have
Yes.
this different thing. Eagle's different. Edwards is kind of the middle of the valley.
Totally.
It's the center of the valley at
Right.
this point.
Yeah.
The village obviously has the whole village energy.
Right.
But yeah, if you sit there, there's no chance, especially you.
I know, right?
You
You're
couldn't
like social
possibly go
butterfly.
there without all kinds of people seeing
See?
you. And
Well, and you. I said the mayor of Vail right here,
Yeah.
Larry.
it's great, and it's nice because you can get your work done, but it's also very
Social.
social.
Mhm.
And then and of course our staff is amazing. That's
Amazing.
like so important to us. Like
Well, and it's interesting because I did GoPro Mountain Games this year, and with
Crazy.
Good Morning Vail, TV8. Oh my gosh, it was so cool to see all the athletes going in there, and they were so amped up and loving it. And I heard one man ask where Yeti's Grind was in other states and countries, and I'm like, it's ours, thank you.
Yeah.
But I love it. It has such cool energy.
Yeah, and I think we're going to keep it just in the mountains.
Cool.
It's just not. This
I
is
dig
not
it.
like a big Tokyo Joe's thing for me.
I know.
It's like Yeti's is. It's sort of old school Joe's for us in a
Yes.
sense, and we love that. And my wife Marcy
Love her.
is the force behind it for
Yeah.
sure. And we just love it. It's thoroughly enjoyable.
Well, I have to say, since you brought up Marcy, who I love, his wife, your family is one of the coolest families I've ever met. I mean, you guys are all over the place. You do amazing things. And since you brought it Tokyo Joe's,
Yeah,
that's
that was
dope.
a big thing.
I know, big
Started
deal.
that in '96, and
So
then we just
cool.
recently sold it.
Yeah,
So, one day all of a sudden I turned off my Tokyo Joe's email, and
Yeah.
I went from 300 emails a day to like 4.
Wow.
That was kind of enjoyable.
Yeah, you're like,
I do miss, there's a part there's a missing for sure.
But a disconnect to reconnect kind of
Yeah,
moment. And really focus your energy, I'm assuming now, on
um,
Yetis.
Yeah, and I told Marcy, I'm like, to have a summer off in a sense, even though we have Yetis and some other interests, has been really fun. We still have Kaya, who's young in school, so that
How
rules.
old is she?
Kaya's 12.
Okay, she's
Yeah.
so cute. I watched all the
so-
Instagram stories. I got it.
Yours too. I live vicariously through
I
you.
feel the same way.
I'm always trying to figure out what I forgot or didn't go to
I'm
because
gonna
you're
start
there
messaging
up
you
front.
and just let you know, or we have to let each other know. So we'll be in
You're the one that knows what's going on. I'm like the day late and the dollar short.
in the know. And then
Yeah.
your son, which I never realized.
Son,
Yeah, amazing
little
athlete.
snowboarder. He's
Yeah,
doing
big
great.
deal.
Yeah,
big deal.
We have another son in LA, Cooper, who's in the music business. He
Oh,
also was a skier.
rad. Okay.
And then Mika, my college artist, who's back for the summer, made your delicious drinks. So,
Beautiful. Yeah. And I never knew that was your daughter, by the way.
Yeah. She's into bodybuilding now, so you can't miss her. So
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
She's tall.
Yes.
How tall is she?
I think Marcy's tall. Marcy's
Yeah.
5'9". I think she's just a fraction
That's
shorter
what I
than.
thought, yeah.
But most of the
Coolest
time,
family ever.
Mika's got heels on, so
I
she's
know.
like rocking around the house at 6.
She's my height.
6 foot.
I love it. My
Yeah,
height.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
what do we have for Yeti's Grind this summer? I know you do have like meet and greets. The police have the kind of conversations. I know
Those are good.
Yeah, really cool. I want to go check one out. I need to.
Yeah, that's I think a lot of the coffee shops do that, but it's the fact that the coffee shops are kind of this place where we all pass through in the day,
So
and it's a
cool.
great thing to have it. You know, for us in the summer, it's just so busy. It's a little bit of just kind of hang on.
But I feel
you know, and try to farmers market Sundays are like
cool.
You got to put the A team in there.
I was wondering about
the
that.
lines out the door.
Yeah, and even because in the village, there's so many different things happening this summer.
So many.
And you're the go-to coffee shop.
Yeah.
Well, not just coffee though. You have everything.
Yeah, we have food. You know, little bites. You know, we've always said we don't want it to be a restaurant.
Right.
That's the. You know, we really want it to be a craft coffee shop where you come for really great coffee.
Right.
But also you can get. You know, it's nice to get a little bit of food with it.
I have to tell you, one of my really good guy friends visited me from Denver, and we were sitting during one of the farmers markets, and I was like, let's walk around, let's see everything. He literally sat, he wanted to sit, this was his moment, and yet he's grind for 2 hours, people watching.
That's
and
me.
Like,
that's what I do.
It was brilliant.
I like all the people, but can I be here and see all the people?
I know, because everyone knows you.
No, it's like, I'm definitely that sort of
it's
introvert, extrovert.
Yeah,
you know?
same. And it's a vibe. That's what I love is every single one of your coffee shops, Eagle, Edwards, as well as Vail Village, you can go have coffee, do you. And then if you want to be social, you can. I feel like there are places to kind of blend, you know, and it's so fun.
Oh, Edwards, you sit on the wall and open your computer and kind of face. You can kind of be invisible.
Put your headphones in.
Yeah.
Even though then I always see people and I'm like screaming.
Well, you probably don't have a chance because everybody knows you and recognizes you, so they're just going to pull your headphones out of your ears to say
here. Hi. Hello.
Yeah, a little sign on your back. Do not disturb.
I have a question for you. What is your favorite coffee?
Actually, the one I just brought you.
It's so good.
Well, I should rephrase that. A cappuccino. Just a cappuccino done right is my favorite coffee. But
is this a new moment? Can we tell?
That one's it's on the summer menu. It'll be on for a while, but it's a maple oat cold brew. So it's
sweet.
Cold brew. It's got maple syrup in it.
So
and
good.
A little bit of oat milk, ice.
Yes.
Shaken.
And I have to say, your staff is brilliant because the other day I was so exhausted. I don't think I was making sense. I was like literally still like sleeping with my eyes open. Yeah. And I said, I would like creamer with my coffee. And this woman, I can't remember her name, she was darling. She literally was like, okay, so you want iced coffee? She was like talking to me like, oh, this lady is like not awake yet. And she did exactly what I said. She like iced a little bit of iced coffee. She gave me flavor and then creamer. And I was like, you're the only human that really got like, they're so good. They're really good. How do you pick your staff? Like,
you know, we're very, very fortunate.
Yes.
And you know, we sort of had that culturally at Tokyo Joe's.
Right.
But, you know, it's such an important piece. And like, you know, for us, customers and employees, they're like railroad tracks. They're just
100%.
parallel. And you can't have one without the other well. And, you know, we deeply, hit the mic
you're
on
fine.
that one. We deeply, thump. That was my heart beating.
You're like, this is how I feel right now.
Yes, this is it. We just deeply love our staff and,
you can
and
feel
where
it.
they are in their lives and, you know, work-life balance. And, work is work. Work's can be busy and play is play. And, you know, we love to see them out climbing and doing stuff.
Totally.
And, you know, and so it's really key for the whole experience. And then you get the end of it because you have a team member that wants to be there.
Yeah, I love it. I feel like from the second you walk into any of your locations, since I am well versed in all of them, all three, until you like talk to someone to have your coffee, the whole scene, the whole vibe is just really good, and that's you and your family. You give off that energy. You can feel you guys in there.
I think so much of that is Marcy.
I love
tap out on that one. She really.
Marcy, we love you. I love her. She's such a sweetie.
Yeah, she's amazing, and. But you know, we're great. You know, Yulia, who runs the village, and Luke from Edwards, and you know, Lily down Valley. We're very fortunate.
Very cohesive and beautiful.
Yeah, and they're all friends.
I know.
Yulia just got married, and like we might as well just close Yetis.
Yeah, you're like everyone's
they were all
going.
there. You know.
Well, Larry, our community is brighter and more beautiful, truly, because of you guys. And I love Yetis, and we adore you. And go to one of the 3 locations, or all 3, like I do. Yeah. Eagle, you can do the whole hit up.
Do them all together.
Yeah, Eagle,
just
Edwards,
get that
and then
caffeine
the village.
Going.
Thank you, Larry, and keep it right here for more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Hi there! Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Good morning, Vail.
So it is National Cake Day, and Steve is going to be on the final moment of him making this cake. I cannot wait. Let's check it out.
Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, where we are baking a cake with our very own Steve Mumblow, president of Deerfield Media, and it is beautiful. I'm very impressed with how good it looks for making this on live TV.
Now we're up to
the
final step. This was just a can of frosting out of the store. Costs $1.50 at Walmart. As you saw me before, I put some of the heavy whipped cream into it, and it kind of makes it a little easier to handle and to spread on the cake. Now the cake, when it bakes, is a little bit crispier around the edges as opposed to in the middle. So in order to minimize crust damage, if you want to call that, just put it on the edges and work your way in.
Oh, I always do it the opposite way. I dump it in the middle and then work my way out.
And just put a little bit on. Like when you're drywalling and you got to put the spackling on, when you're taping the sheetrock, a little bit at a time. It cuts down on sanding later on, and it makes life easier. Well, the same principle holds in doing a cake.
That's a great analogy. I would have never thought. So do you consider yourself a baker? You enjoy being in the kitchen?
It's fun. The best part is when we try it, if anybody likes it, then it's all worthwhile.
Oh, for sure.
If they don't like it, you kind of say, boy, did I waste my time. And
just don't invite them over.
We're just moving now to the center of the top of the cake.
I don't know how anyone would not like this. It's
And so
delectable.
our top is done. Now on our sides, I usually go halfway along the cake, as you can see, and not go all the way down, because if you run out of frosting, no one's going to notice it on the bottom. So do yourself a favor and just put your frosting in around
I'm learning a lot this morning.
the side of the cake.
Oh, wow. You really are a master.
And you're filling in, remember I told you that little space that we left because of the whipped cream? Well, we're filling in that little space with frosting.
But your middle of your cake will have all the nice filling, so
Yeah.
you're not sacrificing any of that.
And
so how often do you make this cake?
I make it for special occasions when the family gets together and remembrances. As I said, when my younger brother came along, we had to go to apple pie because there was no layer for him. And that caused problems with a 2-year-old.
Oh, dear.
And so
you're not going to be making apple pie next?
if I'm invited back, I could probably do apple pie. The trick to apple pie is not to overwork the dough.
Oh.
Okay, now the first part of it is done, so we still have plenty of frosting left. So now we're going to get down to the bottom of the cake in order to finish it off.
There we go. It's looking really good. Again, I would have done everything the exact opposite, and it wouldn't look like this. It smells delicious. I wish you could smell it through the TV, but you're just going to have to pop on by and have a piece of cake.
And
look at that.
Our cake is nearly done. Now, because we loosened up the frosting a little bit with the heavy cream, and we have cream frostings, it's a good idea to refrigerate the cake before you cut into it. Let the frosting reharden to hold it together.
So do you make this cake at least a day ahead of time if you're going to?
It will stay for a couple days.
A couple days, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to make it day of. It's not going to work.
And the problem is you keep going to the refrigerator and taking a slice of it bit by bit, and there's none left. So I still have plenty of frosting left for the reporters who want to have the bowl here.
We have one who will take that bowl right from you.
And there is our $6.95 cake.
It is beautiful. Look at this.
If you add in the flavorings and extract and allocate it, you got to add $1.38.
Okay. Gotcha. So not an expensive cake to make, a beautiful cake. Well, we have more cake. You're not going to want to miss this. We are going to cut the cake. We're here with Steve Mumblow, Chef Steve, making a beautiful cake, the 67 cake.
The 67 cake.
This is the best part. We're going to cut it.
And it's your honor.
You want me to cut it?
I want you to cut it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Cut it down in half, and we'll put half on that plate, and we'll show the audience the other half.
You're really trusting me here after all this work for this beautiful cake to not mutilate it when I cut it. Ooh, you can feel those layers.
You can feel it. Just push it. If you give me this, I'll take half off, and we'll see what it looks like inside.
Oh, look at that.
And there's our cake and what it looks like inside.
Very pretty.
After it's been refrigerated, it's nice and cool, and the whipped cream is just great. I mean, it just melts in your mouth. It's absolutely wonderful, and everyone's happy. It's Easter all the time.
Good morning, Vail.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who had worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, a big part of living in Vail is endurance, right? With skiing, with running, all these different sports that we do. And our endurance girl, Corey Crane, came and talked to us on the couch. Let's check it out.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, I am so excited to have Corey Crane joining me here. She is one of our local endurance athletes and just all around delight to chat with. Corey, how are you this morning?
I'm well, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Good morning. So good to have you here. Very excited to have the conversation and to just chat with you a bit and find out, what do you have going on these days? Tell me all about your recent, you just finished a big train.
Yes. So fall for me is just kind of a decompression. Let's chill for a little bit time period. You might have seen earlier, I raced the Leadville 100 in August.
Mhm.
Had an awesome race. I finished in 28 hours and, been coming off that high for a little bit. So now I've just have some downtime. I'm not officially working with my coach right now. I mentioned I just wanted to take a couple months off and keep my base fitness going and my training just on my own. And then I'll start up again here in early January for another Leadville race next August.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that. But for this fall, I've got little adventures on the books. We ran the Gore Range Trail, which is a really neat 50-miler from Green Mountain Reservoir to Copper Mountain Trailhead. So that was an all-day adventure with a group of friends. It took us about 15 hours out in the wilderness, and we just enjoyed self-supporting ourselves, carrying our own food, filtering our own water. Next weekend, I might run a 30K or a 50K down South Colorado. I'm just kind of keeping it chill, but keeping my base fitness to where if I want to race, I can do it off the couch.
I love that your version of chill is 30 miles, no big deal. That's great. So I love this idea of maintenance, right? So what is your typical routine to maintain as you get ready and you're in the off season before you start training for another big race?
Yeah, honestly, just listening to my body. So, if that means not setting an alarm to go and run or train before work, but just sleeping in, eating very hearty, healthy foods, just daily consistent movement. And that can just be even a meditation, a stretch, a yoga. This morning, I needed to wake up a little bit. So I had my little 10 minutes of core. But other than that, I rested on Sunday. I didn't do anything. And it was very just relaxing. I felt refreshed going into the work week yesterday. So really, when I'm in a big training block, yes, I'm very strict with my workouts that my coach gives me. But other than that, when it's just on my own, these in-between seasons, I'm just listening to what my body needs. If it needs sleep, great. If it needs a mountain bike versus a run, let's do it. Gym time or just relaxation, because if we can't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of those around us. And I'm really big on self-care, and self-care looks different for me like it might for you or other folks. But yeah, I just see consistency and movement, and I figure most of us are up for 16 to 18 hours in a day. We can commit 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you might have, just to yourself. And it could look in various forms. So
well, I loved it as we were chatting off camera. You mentioned just getting a stretch in or doing something fun while you're in the kitchen cooking or waiting for something to finishing, like laundry or whatever that is. And that's really a great way to look at movement of the body.
It is, yeah. And if you've got a pie cooking in the oven, do a quick little 10-minute workout or whatnot. It can look different. A friend teased me. He said, "I bet you do lunges while you're pumping gas." I said, "Yeah, I've probably been known to do that." So just whatever it looks like for you, make it happen. Commit to yourself and your body and your mental and your physical, because that's the pillars of our mental health is physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental. So
it really is. Now, Corey, I would love to know, talk to me about your training regimen. So you mentioned January is when you'll start training for your next big race in August.
Yes.
What is the typical, where do you start with your training?
Sure. So when I started last January for the Leadville last August, I basically started about 25 miles a week.
Okay.
So it's probably about 5 days of running, a couple days of strength. So you do blocks, so maybe a lift session at the gym or at home, plus a run session.
Okay.
I would throw, during winter, I would throw like a skate ski, or with all the fresh powder we had, I had a great downhill day, then I would put that towards my training. So even though I was strict with it, I had fun with it. And I told my coach, I said, I do not want to get burned out. So I try not to run a lot actually in the winter.
Okay.
I'm a big Nordic skier, so I like to skate ski. Obviously touring, I love to tour as well on skis with my dog and downhill ski, and then I just try and mix it up. And then come March, April, when you can start getting outside, the days are a little bit longer, I will start throwing in more mileage to build. So typically June's my goal to either run around a marathon distance in a race scenario. July, I'd like to do like a 50-miler, and then August will be the 100.
Okay.
But I've got some pretty big goals for next year that I'm setting for myself in 2024, so I'm going to go for it. I haven't told my coach yet, but it's in my mind, and this is what I want to do, and it involves several big distance races. So I'm hooked. I want to see what I can put my body through and my mind and go for it. I've got the support of family, friends, and my employer, so I'm excited for it.
I think that's a big deal. You mentioned your mind, and so endurance sports in general, not just the running piece, is a very big mental
huge.
piece. So how do you train on the mental side of things for that?
Yeah, I think you keep it light. You be patient with yourself, and you just, whatever the sport you're doing, just be smart about it. And for me, I do this for fun. I know I'm putting my body through stress enough as it is, but I truly am having fun with it. And whether or not that's, running down to the river at the Grand Canyon and back, to me that was fun. Or
Beautiful.
literally the Leadville 100, which I truly enjoyed that experience. You train your mind to not stress and just be patient with yourself and have the wisdom behind it. And maybe just have a couple of mantras that you have, like choose strong is one that I've been really resonating with through another endurance athlete I follow, Sally McRae, and she's got an incredible story. But I think about like what we're given in life. We've got this one chance to make it happen. So really dive in and focus what fuels your passion. And it might not be an endurance sport, it might be something else, but really look at what fuels you, and then take your mind with that and just practice gratitude, practice wisdom, strength, power behind it. And you'll see that it eventually comes around. And I try not to think about the pain I'm putting my body through. I focus on that goal of whatever that is. If that's the belt buckle from the Leadville 100 or, you know, a shiny medal or a nice little hoodie they give you, whatever that goal is, focus on that because, you know, that's life in general, right?
True.
And start your goals small. I certainly didn't start running 100 miles overnight. Like you said, with the training regimen, you just work your way up, you know, 5Ks, 10Ks. Vail Valley's great for what they offer as far as races through the Vail Rec District or, you know, the Vail Run Club. There's so many different avenues you can take to, you know, push yourself in different ways.
Absolutely. Now, last question. Where did you start and what really made you decide you wanted to start working towards these goals and becoming an endurance athlete? I know like you mentioned, you started small. So what is your origin? How did you start with
you know, I think it probably happened 20 years ago when I first moved here. You know, I'd run the Boulder or whatnot, and you run these small little races to get excited. And then, you know, eventually I got into the Vail Rec District training series, trail running series, and their mountain bike series, and the Beaver Creek Snowshoe series. And you do these smaller distances, 5K, 10K, and then you know, get into the half marathon and the marathon, and then you think, oh my gosh, like it's only 5 more miles to 30, but that 5 miles can be a pretty big block, right? So you just start small, and then, you know, you just develop and evolve into the athlete that you desire to be. And for me right now, I want to see some big distances on the calendar. So that's what I'm going to go for. So
I love that. And I say as humans, you know, we have goals and having things set, it really just keeps us propelling forward in life. So I love that. You're an inspiration to all of us here at TV and in the Valley. Now, Corey, where can we go to kind of follow your journey and find out what you're doing next?
Sure. So I'm on Instagram under Colorado Corey, and happy to chat with anyone, or if you're looking to get out for a little hike or something, send me a message. You know, I think people feel like they can't keep up with, you know, my pace or whatnot. It's not always about pushing pace. It's about human connection, and, you know, if power hiking's part of a ultra distance, you've got to learn to hike, and you've got to learn to hike at slower speeds and faster speeds. So reach out, and I'm happy to always share my insight of what I've learned. It's all just learning, right?
Oh, you have such a sunny disposition, and you're so kind, and I think just being around you is encouraging. So definitely have people reach out to you for sure. Well, Corey, we appreciate you coming on the show, and as always, we love having you here.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, we have a bit more here on this second hour of Good Morning Vail. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
So when you hike, all right.
Good morning, Vail.
Snooki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
TV8 is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, delivering content in all sorts of mediums. Take us with you on the go, as Good Morning Vail and Good Day Vail are now available as podcasts. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, and Pandora. And don't forget, you can always find TV8 on YouTube, tv8vail.com, and all of our social media platforms. Just another reason why there's more for you on 92.
TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
What an amazing Sunday. Thank you for spending the past 2 hours with us here at Good Morning Vail. We learned all about feeling beautiful from the inside out, shine intuitive beauty with microblading. We also got to talk to some amazing human beings, snowboarders and photographers. What an awesome day. Hopefully you get on out there, enjoy that sunshine, and keep it here tomorrow for more Good Morning Vail. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home?